downtown. Walking around. So we're actually gonna walk down investigating a building that was built in 1912. From 1912 to 1920. In the year 1920, the guy turned it into a brothel. And 1978 is when the brothel, the owner of it, lost it in a poker game. Numerous deaths inside this building. If you want to zoom across the street, Ryan. So this used to be Bronco Billy's. Then the owners closed it down, and it just recently bought April of 2016, and they named it the Sister Saloon Ranch House. So that's tomorrow's lockdown that we're doing. The place is haunted by the guy that lost in the poker game. It's haunted by the soldiers from the military base that we just came from. Talked to the owner. He said there was shadow people walks the windows at night because they see an older lady looking out the window up on the second floor. Down on the first floor, they see an older gentleman when it's closed that stares out the window. But this town actually has a lot of history to it. A bunch of old historical buildings. How are you feeling about this investigation tomorrow night, Ryan?
Oh, I can't wait, man. I told you ever since I first found out, I'm super excited, man.
Now, why don't we walk down the street and we'll cross the road and get over next to the building and we can get some close-up shots of it and stuff.
All right.
I mean, just the building itself is cool looking. How they remodeled it. The cool thing is we're gonna have to get that picture printed out that I took last night when he's down here around midnight, and we got that old dude standing up in the window upstairs.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then even upstairs on the left-hand side of it, I was just taking pictures of the windows, and we actually caught a older lady wearing like a bonnet and stuff that was looking out the window. Somehow we're gonna have to get them pictures printed off so we can get a video of it and show the TV viewers what we're talking about in that.
Yeah.
Because them were some awesome shots that I caught.
Yeah, no, it was a great shot.
That's all. Like I said, it is. We are downtown in a historical town and stuff, and there is a major highway here that we got to deal with cars right now and all that. But, 11 o'clock at night, town goes dead.
Earlier than that even, I think.
Yeah, it's hurting people out here. But yeah, like I say, we cross the street and go over and get some shots of around this whole building so people can see the building and just the awesomeness of it and stuff. And if you get a shot of that sign right there, it says the building was built since 1912. Is when this building was built. And this town, when he's talking to a historical lady, said that it burnt down twice.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually rebuilt the town and redid the buildings back to the way they were. Yeah, just creative building stuff and the stuff that goes on the inside of it. Back here is where they got their patio and their fire pits going, and they got a big stage up there where they have bands every weekend that plays. Oh, we can walk on up here. One good thing, you know, if my wife was here, she'd be enjoying this fire.
Right?
But yeah, if you're gonna take some shots of the side of the building and all that for me.
Sorry, guys. So this building actually goes the entire area that you're seeing here. Let me sneak on around. There's a stage Donnie was talking about. But there's stairs up to the back door. Windows. Window. More. Got the sign. Back door. All around.
Maybe we walk over this way. Just shot that gate back there for the viewers.
Oh yeah.
Cool how they did that.
I haven't seen that one yet.
The time that they put into building this gate, it's just neat looking.
Well, that's some metalworking at its finest for sure.
And I gotta say, you know, we came and ate lunch here on Saturday, and the food here is excellent. I mean, the service, the workers and everything are all nice. And if you're ever in this town, you gotta stop by and actually grab a bite to eat here, have a drink. Like I said, weekends they got live music and stuff out here on the patio.
And it's very reasonably priced too.
Yeah. Chili's excellent.
That sandwich I had with the garlic aioli was amazing too. And you could tell they are a country bar.
Alright, you gotta get it right. It's not a bar, it's a saloon.
Sorry, saloon.
Yeah, and the upstairs, I guess there's people said they seen orbs, stuff flying around, but once again, I'm not a big fan of orbs. It's either dust or a bug for me. I don't really believe in them.
Like Donnie said, we are right on the highway.
So whenever I do my investigations, what I look for is like actual apparitions, figures, bodies. I mean, stuff that actually looks, at one time though it's human, it still has a human form. That's what I'm looking for. I know there's people out there that believes in orbs, but I'm not one of them. There's too much stuff in the older buildings, such as dust that's falling from the ceiling, that looks like an orb. And I know Ryan's beginning not to believe in orbs and all that too, so like we come in and we actually try to debunk a bunch of the stuff that people's talking about. We try to figure out what's actually causing it, if it actually is a spirit or is it just part of the old building that's settling, that's making noise. Yeah, a little bit.
Another shot of the since 1912. Cool looking old mini balcony kind of thing.
as you can see, it is a really long building. And it is 2 stories. We ain't even on the back side of it yet. Hope we got enough light.
Yeah.
Valid. So this back part of the saloon, an old hotel brothel that we're doing.
We are right behind the kitchen.
Sir, quit slamming the dishes down. Tell me. Yeah, so you got the old saloon, but right dead behind it's this old weird barn that sits by itself. But once again, we won't go on the property because there is no trespassing signs on this building, so we're walking down the alley.
There's the back side of the gate we just showed you guys. Another view of the exterior.
So this whole barn, I can see there's no trespassing, no parking sign, private property. So we don't go on it, but I don't know if you'll be able to pick up the side of that thing or not.
Barely. Just makes it look creepy.
Black cat.
Black cat goes running by.
I really don't know what the history is on this building, but you can tell it's old, weather rotted. How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Pretty good. Actually, we're the ones coming to investigate this tomorrow. You happen to know what this old building is? Alright. Have a good one.
There's a better shot of it in the light.
When are you coming in? Is it after midnight or something?
We're coming down tomorrow around 2 and we're going in about, I think 2 o'clock tonight upstairs. And then we're supposed to stay some more clothes, so we got more restaurant party.
Cool.
So we did a lot of,
Yeah, I didn't know it was on it.
did a lot of research on it. And we got a, so yeah, we just got done talking to one of the employees at work inside the kitchen here. He pretty much told us he must be new because he didn't know anything about the hauntings that happen inside this building. He's kind of in awe, or whatever you want to call it, in shock that the place actually haunted. So he'll probably be looking for it. But yeah, like, we'll walk this way. It's gonna be an old creepy shot of the front of this building that has no parking, no trespassing, private property signs, and it looks to be like some kind of old barn thing.
Can't see it.
Yeah, it's,
Well, you can make out the outline,
but like we said, the historical society lady told us this town's burnt down and it lost a lot of the buildings, so this might be one that was saved during the fire. Because I believe she said the hotel, which we're investigating tomorrow night, didn't even get touched by the fire. It just kind of got smoke damage and stuff.
Yep.
So it's the actual old building in this building. And you can see over to the right, it's just an open field. But maybe the owner could tell us what this old red barn thing was tomorrow. Maybe
Yeah.
he knows something about it.
possibly. Be cool if you did.
But it's just one of those things, you know, where you go to different towns, you know, and if you don't ever, or if you aren't, let me rephrase this. If you aren't out looking for the paranormal, then you don't know towns are haunted. It's just research work to actually find these spots that actually has paranormal activity going on inside of them. Like I said, me and Ryan, we researched for 4 months before we decided to take this road trip, and the saloon's the one I've actually been researching and met with the owner, and he's all for us coming in tomorrow night and doing an investigation because he wants to find out more about the spirits that he doesn't know about. The weird thing about this town is that we look for a funeral home. There's not even a funeral home in this town. The only cemetery that we found was this cemetery that used to be the old camp base for the military. Everybody seems friendly here. I mean, even the sheriff's officer that we talked to today that gave us permission to go to the cemetery tonight is friendly. Gosh, I don't know, man. I'm just excited to get in here tomorrow night and do this investigation.
Yeah, I wish you can go there tonight, man. I'm ready.
But this old building behind us still has me wondering, what was it, you know? Why is it just still standing today?
But there's nothing else around.
I mean, you gotta imagine, the saloon was 1912 when it was built, so this building, you know, it has to be 1912 or older. It could be late 1800s or something, early 1900s. But it's just like something I just want to research, see what the history of this building is. But for now, I guess we'll go ahead and take a pause and walk over to our next area that we're going to be shooting, and we'll get back with you guys. Alright, so we're actually going to walk down another alley or to a different building. This kind of cool building that we just found out by the historical lady today. She told us about it. Or my left, I can pick that up on camera. The back side of the building right here is the one we're walking to. And what this building was the actual first library here. They did redo the outside of it, but she said that it's all the original framing on the inside. And the rafters and everything are all original. Can't remember the date on this one, can you?
I can't. But I think it says on the front of it.
She really didn't tell us any hauntings or anything of this building. Pretty much told us it's something we have to research for. Here's the front of it.
1939.
What's this? Yeah, so this library officially opened in 1939. Kept its doors open for 3 days and evenings per week. And then the library actually closed in 1990. So it's just another historical building. Like Ryan said, what was it, 1939 is when it first opened up as a library. And once again, we don't know any of the hauntings about it. She told us we have to look all that stuff up on our own. So we're actually going to research it tonight and see what we can find out about it. But just thinking back, walking these streets and just imagining the fire that took place in this town. That a lot of buildings were destroyed and lost, except for, I think she said, 5 buildings actually survived the fire?
Yeah, something only just, but a handful.
Yeah, so, and we got permission to actually go inside and investigate the library. She's gonna let us in there tomorrow, sometime during daytime, to do a morning shot of it. So we'll go inside and bring you photos and videos of stuff on the inside of the library. They still use this building, but just for mostly meetings and stuff. But yeah, let's keep walking, man. This town's interesting. This block that we're walking down was one of the city blocks that actually caught fire. She said there's several buildings that were lost, and like this big lot here, they actually turned into like an amphitheater and park. They have concerts here during the weekends also. They have special events, birthday parties, and all that stuff in this park. It does have like a big stage and stuff out there where a building used to sit, but she couldn't quite remember the name of the building that sat here. And then across the street's an old bank, which now is, I think it's a Cascade Bank, but it's an actual building that survived the fire. And right next to the bank on the left-hand side, you got another vacant lot that one of the buildings got destroyed. The fire, we're actually trying to research it to see how many deaths and stuff occurred during the fire. She thought it was like, I can't remember, I think it was like 500 or something. She said that she thought passed away during the fire. So there's actually activity all out through this town. There's a bunch of activity that goes on paranormal wise. I mean, it's kind of it's an awesome town. I mean, we walked around for 2 days now?
Yeah.
Just out sightseeing, talking to people about stuff that goes on in their town and all that. It's one of the stages that they do performances on during the weekend. Trying to figure out what this thing was. It's kind of weird looking. Kind of cool looking.
I have no idea what it is.
Looks like some kind of fire pit, but just weird looking. And naturally, like every town has their witchcraft stuff that goes on. I researched that there's a lot of witchcraft in this area, people practicing it and stuff. But that's like any town you go to, you're always gonna find like your demonic, satanic stuff and your witchcraft. And just for a small town like this, they have the witchcraft, they have Satanism that goes on, and then they got their churches. And but it's a peaceful town. I mean, I like it. What about you, Ryan?
I love it, dude. If I could, I'd move here. She's got that old town, peaceful, relaxed vibe to it. Everybody's been super friendly that we've talked to.
Yeah, it's like some parts of town, you go past these old buildings and you can still smell like a burnt smell whenever you go inside them, a burnt smell to them, like smoke. And some parts of it, you go in it and you don't smell nothing, don't feel nothing. Yeah, like I said, we'll bring you guys more day shots tomorrow, walk around and do some live shots like the old doctor's offices and the very first church of this town that's still standing. We'll go do some shots of that. Who knows, maybe we can talk to the preacher that runs it and maybe he'll get on camera so we can interview him about his church and stuff, see how long he's been running the church since. It's old and historical. I mean, it's on a historical site and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be willing to talk to us a little bit. But as you know, some preachers ain't in paranormal, so they probably won't talk about the paranormal stuff because they don't want to believe in it. But at least we can get the history for you guys of it. And then we'll research the paranormal of it. But until tomorrow, guys. We look forward to our overnight investigation being locked down inside the saloon. We'll bring you more shots tomorrow of different buildings. Might even research tonight when we go back to our campsite of some of the spots that, like the witchcraft, Satanism stuff goes on. See if we can't go out and get a couple shots of where they do the rituals and all that stuff for you guys. But until then, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Alright, so we're here in a 1938 historical library. We got permission to come inside and do a little filming. This lady up here, hang on a second. This lady up here was the librarian. She was born in 1881 and died in 1972. The building smells old. Smell like a musty smell. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, definitely. You can really tell that it is an old building that's got some history.
So we do have our ovulus on the table. We're gonna sit down and ask some questions and see if we can't get some. See if the librarian won't communicate with us. We come back and these rooms here are like the old library restrooms, which is a closet now. It also has a heater inside of it. Like, this is the other restroom. You can actually see the old sink things in there. So we got the ovulus going. We're gonna do an EVP session in here. Once again, this library was opened in 1938. It was one of the buildings that survived the fire. This is EVP session number 1. I'm Donnie.
I'm Ryan.
We're in a 1938 historical library. If there's anybody in here who wants to speak to us, you can come speak through the ovulus, the black box, or you can come to the digital recorder, the silver one. Is the librarian here with us? The ovulus just popped up wave, so did the librarian just wave to us? If you are the librarian, can you make some kind of noise inside this library? Or give us a shh for being too loud? Ryan, you're being too loud. The ovulus just said enough. You need to keep it down a little bit.
Sorry, I'll try to be quiet. My apologies.
Yeah, there's actually a tree behind it. Did the librarian try to bike when she came here? Can you tell us your name? Why don't you walk up there, Ryan? Like, over next room and show them the old book deposit thing where they return books.
Alright guys, so right here is the old depository. Obviously you can see now that it's sealed off, but back in the day it actually had the opening, kind of like an old school mail slot, where you would just pull it out, drop your books in, and the librarian would come and pick them up and check them back in. You can just see how it just looks and feels old. It's just got that old plank wood paneling. Even has old style windows. Here's another cool picture of the lady, a little bit older, outside of her house.
Carol. Just once again, we look for words to the area that we're in. Just not random words sometimes. Once again, if there isn't anybody here, can you make some kind of noise inside this library that we can hear? Oh, that's that.
Okay. Can you tell us who your favorite author is? You liked travel books? Where did you like to travel to? Or where did you like to read about traveling to?
I just had to go out and check out the outside of the building and see what it looks like. Kind of cool looking.
So I did ask while you were gone. I asked who her favorite author was, and she did say travel. So maybe like travel books. But then I asked her where she liked to travel to, and I got a random word.
That just popped up English. So once again, this is just a special that we got to do. We talked to the Historical Society and they gave us permission to come into the old library before we actually go do tonight's shoot at the old saloon, which I'm looking forward to doing. Should be fun. What do you think, Ryan?
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, I just can't wait, man. It's gonna be a very good time. I think we're gonna get some good stuff to show our viewers.
Well, whoever's in there communicating with us said we're tickled to be going there, so popped up tickled.
Sounds about right.
Unless you want to start tickling you.
No, I'm good. I'm too ticklish.
Yeah, so it's cool as they let us in here. I wasn't really expecting to do this one, but I'm glad they actually let us come in here and actually do some filming and investigating and all that stuff. We really didn't get time to research this place because we wasn't expecting to be able to come in like as soon as possible. Ryan went and talked to the historical lady and she's like, I'll let you guys in right now to start filming. We're like, okay. Yeah, so this is just like a special treat thing that we got to do. Just the letter D. But yeah, the tonight thing's gonna be fun. I mean, I think we'll go over there before we go set up, and I think we need to go grab some of their chili. What do you think?
Sounds good to me. I know you had it last time and can't quit raving about it, so.
Just a random word said squeeze, so I think she's planning on squeezing Ryan here in a minute.
Please don't squeeze my cheeks. I know they're chubby.
Once again, we ask if you can make some kind of noise inside the library that we can hear. Or tell us to be quiet because we're being too loud. Can you tell us how old you were? Or you are? Pretty much just gave us that answer.
What?
Just tell us to go over the door. Because how old she is actually next to the door.
That or she said that's not polite to ask a woman her age and she's telling you to leave. But you are right. Over there is something that says her age. She did live to be quite the age. almost 100.
Feel free to come up and talk to us so we get to know you more. I don't know if you're hearing that right, but it sounded like something walking out where the brook drop thing was.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out.
I've been sitting here listening to it. That's why I've been quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. Maybe somebody just dropped off a book and she's picking them up.
Did you feel your hug out there?
I didn't get a hug. Though it did get really cold out there briefly. Maybe I did get a hug.
Yeah, the algorithm just popped up with a hug. So that just popped up, harvest, and I just got done taking a picture of the guy over here it's harvesting.